Hi, everybody. I'm here because I want to tell you that there are a lot of people that are afraid to get online, to talk about people, to talk about things that you want to change your life, but you don't know how to do it. Look, this was not easy for me. Okay. It wasn't. This was not something that I wanted to do, but I'm retired. In a couple of months, I'm going to be 70 years old. I'm losing weight. I've worked my butt off. As a nurse, I've been a nurse for 34 years, and I've been a caregiver all my life. My dad was sick. My mom was sick for a while. My mother is sick now, also still. She's 91 years old. She's in a nursing home. And I'm an hour away from her because I can't take her out of where she is because she has dementia and everything has to be familiar to her. And I want to keep her for as long as I can. She was there for me. I'm going to be there for her to her last breath. I have a business and it's called Digital Wealth Academy. And a lot of people are just afraid of getting into something that is new. And you know what? I understand because I was also there. This is for people that are working two jobs and that are not getting to see their children. I have notes that are written here on my computer because there's a lot. And I don't want to waste a lot of your time, but I want to hit on the notes so you can understand because we're all in the same boat. I mean, we just all are in the same boat. Say you're a retiree like me and you have one paycheck and you're trying to stretch it out for 30 days. It's hard. I've been, retired. I retired in September and it's hard. Your money is going really quick. And the truth of the matter is, I didn't realize that as retiring at this particular time in my life, that everything is so damn expensive that it's like you need to go and get another job. But I don't have 12 hours a day. I cannot do 12 hours a day again. I can't. I just can't do it. 8 hours on my feet all the time and helping people and pulling people. I can't do that. It's hard. This is for nurses. This is for CNAs. This is for lab techs. This is for, x-ray technicians. This is for a person who is burnt out. This is for a person who is just getting older and they're afraid because they have to continue working. And unfortunately, they just don't have the energy anymore. Really. This is for anyone who feels broke, overworked, left behind in the digital world. I was there. It's hard. It's not easy. But the truth of the matter is that if you find yourself a good organization, if you find yourself a proven strategy, a fact that has a proven strategy with people that are there to help you, that's really the whole thing. Because you need to understand this is a real thing. The world has gone online. The world has gone online. It's gone online for a very long time ago. Computers have been around for over 35 years. Okay. And stores are just closing up and they're going online because it's cheaper to find people like you and I that's going to advertise for them while they are in their home. And guess what? They're making money. Amazon. Everybody goes to Amazon. Really, how any of you, I'm going to age myself. Any of you remember EJ Corvettes or Bradleys or, recently it was, it's Two Guys. There was just so many retail stores that are just gone. If you're not online selling something, if you're not teaching something to someone, if you're not saying something, you're going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind. It's not a fear-mongering thing. It's just a fact, truthfully. I was afraid. I mean, when I was working at Geisinger, let me tell you something. Everything was on the computer because, I'm one department. Patient's going to go to another department. Everything has to be written on there. Not a problem being on the computer at work. At home, it was different. At home, I had to learn how to write letters. I had to learn how to it was hard. And the hardest thing was that I was not able to find anyone to help me. Okay. I went to high schools and I told them that I would pay them. I couldn't go to the high schools because of all the school shootings. They just didn't want me in schools. And I understand that. I truly understand that. And it's sickening and it's as frightening as it is because I have 2 little granddaughters. And you know what? They go into schools and the children are being killed. So I understand as to why they didn't let me in. I even called colleges, to try to find some. I was going to pay. Believe me, I wasn't going to do this for nothing. I was going to pay. It was terrible. I couldn't find anybody. Couldn't find an older person to help me either, because a lot of people are afraid of the digital world. Okay. Look around you, people. Look around you. How many people, you've gone shopping. I'm sure you've gone to Walmart. I'm sure you've gone to Lowe's and Home Depot. How many older people do you see with gray hair that are working there? How many people? Okay. And you know what? They're trading their time for money. The beautiful thing about being online is that you can do a business in your pajamas. As you're sleeping, you could be doing things. People are shopping online. Grandmas are buying toilet paper on Amazon. My son says that it's cheaper for him to buy through Amazon his groceries because he saves a lot more money than going to ShopRite or going to Walmart, believe it or not. And I was very surprised when he said that. People are learning online. YouTube, that's the university of the world. I've said that years ago. I've said it. You've got Google, that's the new guidance counselor because you can get anything that's online. You can find anything online. You can learn anything that's online. People are connecting online and really in communities. You've got support groups. You've got opportunities that live on the internet. You notice that they're not newspapers. Newspapers like maybe 10 years ago, they were still having newspapers. I mean, I just moved to another part of Pennsylvania. And let me tell you something. The newspaper is so paper thin because they want you to go online. Okay. And to buy a paper today's Tuesday. Today's newspaper is $4. One newspaper. Okay. That's a lot of money. Nothing is going back to the prices that used to be. I mean, rents are going online. Rents are just ridiculous. I had to sell my house because in reality, if something should happen to me or my husband, they would take the house. They would take the nursing home will take your house. The nursing home will take your life insurance. And so what did you work for? What did you work for? It's scary. Banks are online. Schools are online. You got doctors' visits are now online. Everything is online now. It's not a joke. It is what it is. You want to find a job by a robot or AI? I mean, excuse me. The hospitals are now using AI robots to do surgeries. I don't want that. But that's the way it is. It's scary. It's just scary. Every time you scroll, every time you click, every time you do something on the computer, someone's getting paid. Are you getting paid? Why not? If you're a teenager and you have done, if you've done babysitting, you can do a book. You can do a little book on how to babysit. If you have worked as a caregiver, You know, I mean, you can write a book, an ebook on caregiving. It depends as to how much information you put on. I mean, I worked with the CNA and I helped her. She joined and I helped her to write a book. And I got news for you, she's doing pretty good. You know, but she put her experience in there because people are willing to pay for the all the information that you have in your head. And why not? Why not? If you know how to fix a car, if you're a woman and you know how to change a tire. I don't know how to change a tire. I really don't. My phone, I would do AAA or I call my husband. You know, I would pay. I really would. There are so many ways of making money. Social media isn't just taking selfies anymore. You know, it's a marketplace. You can buy things. You can buy something on a flea market or yard sale, and you go and you can put it on marketplace. It is what it is. Things have changed. It's another chapter. Life is all about chapters. I've always said that all along. You can put your stuff, you can put the things on TikTok, you can put it on Pinterest, you can put it on Instagram, Facebook. There's so many selling platforms. So many. You're losing money. You know, I have my platform. I have DWA. I love that platform. It's working for me. And I got it from another woman who basically she's been doing a lot of work online, but she's been doing it for years. I haven't. But I have a person that I can go to, a mentor. I am a mentor. Matter of fact, when you go if you go to YouTube, I'm on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. I'm also on Facebook. You don't need to go viral. You just need to be visible. You need people to see you. You need people to make you, you have to be truthful, you know? I mean, people know when you're lying. Well, we just elected somebody that we're really not too sure about, but still, the fact of the matter is that you have to be truthful. And I have no reason to lie because in reality, we're all in the same boat. We're all looking to try to make money so we can pay our bills. Everything is very expensive. You know, if you're posting recipes, if you're putting your pet pictures on Facebook, if you're answering advice in comments or you're giving your advice on a comment, you can do an ebook that can cost people $9, $15 for information that you have. Okay. Not everybody is an expert, but guess what? You know more than another person does, and they are willing to pay you for it. And that's what this is all about. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It just doesn't work that way. And if people, and there are a lot of people that are going to be online and they're going to tell you that, but honestly, no, it's not. And you know what? People are going to look at you and they're going to know if you took them for a ride. You know what? And you don't want that because when they see a comment, they're going to write down what kind of a shyster you really are. And you know what? You don't need that because people are going to read that. Nobody wants negative. You know, we're here to help people because that is the one thing. If you go online and you look, people are out there to help people. I have a lot of freebies on my Stan Store, which is where I have things that I collect and things that I'm selling. It's on my Stan Store. I have free information if you want to go on DWA. I will be your mentor. Pretty soon, I am looking as to how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to show you how to do an ebook. I'm going to be, turning the camera around. We're going to be looking at Canva because it is free, and I will show you how to do an ebook. I can't write things for you. Okay, I can. I can do it for myself. Okay, I have a couple of ebooks already out there. Okay, and I got news for you. I can help people how to stop or how to reverse type 2 diabetes, how to reverse a fatty liver, because you can do that. Has your doctor told you that you can do that? A lot of doctors don't. They'll give you a prescription. That's another story for another video, which I will do on my book. Absolutely. You don't have to be tech savvy, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need a college degree. You really don't. You don't need to even to sell a product. You just need to go and talk to people. You need to be online. You need people to see you. You can easily go and make yourself build a presence where you can talk to people, and little by little, as you're listening to me, I know you're getting some ideas from what I'm giving you, and that's exactly what you can be doing too. Whatever your niche is, which is whatever the subject and matter is that you want to talk about. I'm talking about you making money. I'm talking about you not wasting your time scrolling and not doing anything. That's what I'm talking about here. I have other things that I do sell. I have other things that I do work on. But you need to do something. If you're here, you're watching me for a reason. It's because you're looking for something. Life experiences are valuable. If you're a caregiver, if you've been parenting, if you're saving money, if you're an accountant, if you've overcome hard times, if you had a sickness, if you had cancer and you survived it, you can write about that because people want to know about that. You can make some money out of that. And not only that, it's good to help people. It really is good to help people. If you want to start something, free tools, there's a lot of free tools that are out there that you could use. You could talk about your story. If you came from another country and what you had to do to come to this country. If you know how to teach children, or if you know how to teach adults, you can write about that also. If you have a problem with your heart, if you have a family member who has a problem with Parkinson's disease, if you have a family member that you've been taking care of who have dementia, you can write about that. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. You just have to be honest. I was frustrated in the beginning, but you have to be determined to do something. Because opportunity is not going to knock on your door. You have to go out and find it. You have to go out there and find it. Now, what happens when you get online? You create leverage. You have contents that keeps working for you while you sleep. If you write a book, I've sold books while I was sleeping. It works. It really does work. You can create freedom. No boss. You don't have to beg for your paid time off. You don't have to have a schedule. You can work with your pajamas on. I mean, there's advantages to this. Okay? You're creating your own legacy. Your knowledge can become income for your children or for your grandkids. You're creating your future. That's the beautiful part of this. Matter of fact, if you don't even want to give for your future, let's just say that you're older and you're used to giving money while you were working. You used to give money to your church, or maybe what is that? We give to I can't think of it right now, but we have my will. I have for project, to give to the veterans. Or maybe you want to have a little extra money to give to the ASPCA, or maybe a no kill shelter. Okay. Or maybe you want to give to, the food bank. You could do, there are so many things that you can do, and it really is worth it. You just have to decide what you want to do. You can choose how you serve, how you show up, and how you live. That's the beautiful part of this. Getting online, it really just changed my life and made me look at things differently. It's not an overnight get rich quick. It's not. It's step by step, but you can do it. I did it. It's not easy. It wasn't easy getting on in front of the camera. I'm not going to say I like teaching. I really do like teaching. I'm not crazy about the gray hair. I'm not crazy about being heavy, but the truth of it is what it is. I have found that I'm also on weight loss online, believe it or not, because it's just keeps me truthful. It keeps me accountable to me. And that's really what I want to do. There's so many things that you can do. It all depends as to what you want to do. My name is Anna Antilli. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. TikTok at Anna Antilli 156. You can go into my profile. My Stan store is there. You could go in there. There's a lot of free stuff that you can have, that you can read over, that you can learn. There's a lot of good things that you can do for yourself and for your future. It's not over. Just because you're older and you have gray hair doesn't mean that it's over. It's not. I'm going to be 70 years old. There are people that are much older than I am that are doing this, and they're finding themselves into a totally different community. And I've met so many wonderful people. It is really all up to you. You just have to be able to get out of your comfort zone and go after something that you want. It's another chapter. You take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.